Ebusia enenso eye da foforo yaba wa kwamo na se hu ye say dia na se ye papa no obo kenedy on Japan ne ho enkomo any update bi e fa ne ho bia e na ye dey brew e wo dwumadi esu enenso na any say last week no more up to this week there honorable or trendy ogusu or trendy for a normal bi na se nsema wakoka fa eye afar military hospital ho na enkomodi die no ekoso so we need to update our cherished viewers and listeners. Enwa emi say enwa ewo kokroko dwumadi ana se ade a chie bia dwumadi so wo KFM ena ye papa eye lawyer Raf Japan ekodi nkomo oni kwame nkruma tikase ena obisa no ensema hodo bi efa eye ono bokere Japan ne nsema okan ya kire se agi entre ha wo media no so no obisa ne ho asem na obisa ne ho asem no okasai bebre kire se nsema okan ne de ese hwirima ye da esene wura no na ye bebo ama ahwefo ene etiefo nso ahwebi na watie bi afi kwesi Prat nso kwesi Prat de nyina enim se eba na manyosem wo Ghana ha dia wabiye pa enya accent ketua kwesi Prat wabe pa kire se oye obi a wache e wa manyosem na oye CPP ni mapa kwesi Prat nso bi na no ato asem ni mu bi a kire se nsem o waka ne de wa defend onobo kenedy Japan anisa wa defend no e wa kono asa wo do bebre so enti ye beko na yakotie de de kan lawyer Raf Japan ni nkomo a okodi ye wi a na afi ye brapeni kwesi Prat nso dia okan ye no ye de eno nso atu ya hwefo ene yetiefo nyina enim e odwumadi no so aha ye Kenba TV wabaso na ene die ne ahobrasem ye besere se wo be subscribe na wa share na wa like na afi wo comment nso wagyae e dia to comment section na say na ya kan e dia mawo enti abusua ye nse mere no ye beko na ya kotie lawyer Raf Japan ni nkomo a oboye abasisi ye nkotimra ye nkomra.
Okay, FM 101.7.
Lawyer Raf kwame Japan
eye mranimu ni wasan eye onabo kenedy akompe kwa Japan inia kanso me mwache
ria kwame o de sama bakrumu police force Lazari also we do football
adey eni yema bi wa lawyers ni judges ni mo sorry o
also we do football
say aye mo bia nkwa emra bia o parliament emma ye mechichi ngofo ntum na hwanka Ghana ho ni pe be dom wo
man to me shall client ba
adey
sorry
kansa maba wo nchen no pe ya yenia nkasa ye nyina ye bra ona bo kenedy akompre kwa Japan wo di ni birthday na wakoche ni mama hospital na ode car ni motorbikes koma posifo na numu no nipa bi ko bisa no eye afariasem wode tu dwa no kan se no ye chairman defense and interior committee of parliament na 8 years MPP be di so no wono anaban truth must be told wo ma anye hu to wakan ye no na ban mususu ni parliamentarians so eye press conference ebe church asem se asem a wo mu nua no kan ye no sabi entwa yie nya no kora no ba bi eda wo mo de ato ona bu nso ababonten abeyi nsem bebre ya no aka ede abia so kora se 2027 amanyoko ni ye ready na niema a ebesie no wo mo ankasa no wo mbebo wo nsem de ekoso development afei ena nkrofo asori na ona bo so kasa no waka bibi se nipa bi ti sa aburo nje bra wo mko ayi no primary si no nipa bi ati se kokanom ni nkrofo bi asori di natem bra Bawumia camp na nka bibia de wo ka no so me ka se me kura so me kan bi wa se bi sanya wo na wasoma no se wonye saade na call him to order ebinom so other views say okay ene honorable Kennedy dia compre kwa Japan so nkrofo esusu edidi owura Bawumia atem we su we edidi we atem ene ade na minim say mo party mo penkabom so reconciliation no edahen pe de ye hunu nansen ya tetie ne nsem a apiepie
Kwame na say reconciliation de no ana okay reconciliation is so I don't want to attend the reconciliation. Now,
there be said you to me reconciliation.
And then reconciliation, definition of reconciliation, and on a fair father. Now, you need to know that Alexander, you can't simply an account or Pamono. I. Any can you Jumal Cass and far former vice president or Pamono?
Huh?
No, Crumu, I have said, I never be a customer for Ken Roma. His Excellency, the former vice president, upon the
Ebi andi minti is ebi odia.
And TV that. And now we are near Kenedy, as about Bontiaba Casse. Upon the Honda class, and someone the kind or no, it said you want to, but when me anti action, yeah. What you suppose you say? Be a the end of the phone work. Or just to the oil. It's only 2 years only pass. They are changing now. Barry. That Wababa Casa say, or Mamma 2027. What should you be here? Political party here in Panay and Amboa. And they are final so fast. I saw Kakwabia Bafasua. You got me up for the panel. Now, when I Casano, but whatever they say, but social media, Pariana, and no money below. So for be pa ain't funny a woman free on by the bay of day of Kwame. No more, yeah. I can't have a chance and so Kwame. Open your Seniba fool, we are here. We can't be a thing as a four. Or come out, stand out the Baby Gill and what customer. Or game of pa. Or game of pa. Anna, MPP, no. Be a my composition. Or someone say. And simply say because if you are not willing to be not open any way, if you are not willing to be no being your way. Sad no man, and you can't anymore. That time, not committee of health and any way. The same as committee of health and any be not can't any way. The beat are bad, a given away. You sit down with Jojo and then you know back together. But what is sending Panaka, man, now what to start and crabby. About 2 bruises or Mundi not them. No more can they over there. What kind of 2027 are coming? His own person on your day. Also,
and what will be say 2027 pan 2027 a year. Sabra no because I don't want Cassani. But won't send conform be that truck and social media near the main person body and your Bacasa one Casa. If you say the party must act now. Yes, sir. What is hard is I know a good party. Minimum social media commentary near the day.
Party acting now. What will be of the consequence? What I feel can over politics above Brana. There be of the consequence. Why so say you have to obey politics above Brana. The political party any funny idea.
Yeah, the Nipa.
One person now the Nipa thousands of Nipa never quack. And you have to set up. Now, what is social media? I'm going to cancel. What does he got to lose? Nothing. Nothing, Kwame. A clown call on them to set up and then revise their notes. Just Kwame MPP, set your position. Some people position. All the catchers will be and your politics and a hello.
Banko Fonsi a party award. And also, many a year ago, your Tibo air can was say the base now, one Martiano. Yera Canada, compre Japan, the Baba D, the base, name party, name now one more de Akosi again. Indeed, a commerce will be a basena, walk away what the domo cop. Now, media de be a mecano, and Brassier and ne Ubu Council say unity. Yanaka here. Would you this a sabre? Nka tetewa ye wo BJ da rocha tetewa ye o JH Mensa tetewa ye wo enkrofo titire sike tedam tetewa ye wo nipa bi chamafo komu tetewa ye wo nipa bi ana omudi ntitiman pa etise owuso ye wo owuso agimanom ene enkrofo no ye party mpanimfo ya de ye huni ene ka mo ba hunu bi
aka masa asamna no aka nke masa badanya basa ntina aba omukwa ko
as ye ka kwa wo ba kumase a sabre ye wo ff antonom ye wo doctor say don kofo dwonom ye wo chese asi
family nipa obo mudin wo de ye fa sanctuary dim party ni strong beach obi ayi ko ma omun katae e fa say doctor don kofo dwompo de unity wa emre en sembi o ha bia obeka bi bat omun fanya bi go
e wa ya man kwa wo ho ye wo ff anto wo ho
o san nipa obo mudin na kwa me omun kan obi amfanya he because party no baby ekodi ye no ani baby ababu no asai na ene MPP party
baby ekodi ye na party ekodi MPP for monsem
MPP party kwa me kiti awu ke ya nche die se fu twam wo santini chane ka sa MPP ni ban ni bi ekurani a usoro so obefa wo
kai papa na ne friend bi kai no
bikai jamfi bikai because discipline
ana na no say me hwese sabi nyan kasa me chairman abonye echi doctor na ne pa doctor na ne edi ni gina ho se kane na aye doctor no na ndukura na de mankrofo na ni nyina ya wuduo numa no wu Emma doctor na ne wono ye senior gynecologist ko for time ni rose minister nie ni health minister nie
ena meka se doctor na ne na wa na jonse e bi a for the bogu na politics John career kitina wo kana ubetumi aka wo ya fa doctor na no
usuro fera
no I am thinking now bi na make kwa me jamfi bi kai aso a wo ubeda kwa utigi ni kwa wa ba utumi mpo emfa meho
cause wonim mamema jamfi bi kai abakosem baako wonim se party nti wakwaje bosia e de bre MPP se onfanye party no e kwa wi ase ye ton ne dan party amwa no
ne dan ye ton ne dan na e kwa zimi mo na e kwa wi ase ye ton ne dan
ne dan jamfi bi kai ton ne dan party ba power obi afi ne one ne ma
eti MPP no o magu no na me shot TikTok ban
okay o wi aje ni mboate nyame fa ne kransie
aje ni mboate ni kai
sacrifice o mo ye
na kwame party no agija because panyi bi ani sasa na kana na mboa
ai
panyi bi ani party na agija ama na kwame ye tega for contribution within MPP tanka certificate wo ka se o de o fa enye hwe o de politika so de id o pa kwame tega for ka me kwame asem me ka tro ne choto ye ka Africa for mo muska Africa wo nye Ghana kwame ko ka Africa tapo so ye na dream say o ko na anya na o de dream ho na o de aka ne sika ho de aya adwuma kwame and Africa tapo ko ka ho was sacrificing a life all this while for the MPP after the insult upon insult na me no am tie lo obi boy obi a me penasem na eno me di no ho ya kakra me tie no program so ana TikTok so me di no ho ya kakra o se asema ka on ne nya adwene e na wo wie wo sa se enipa se omona Dr. Bawumia se omodi na tem no wo betumi aka the same thing say edidie ka no mo so omodi Dr. Bawumia tem no ka nkofo ana. With all due respect, tell quite a poor primary.
Baby,
tell you all the part of the fair and I come. Mamma, 2 instance, I have for Puanan of fire because of so disease of Kabawia.
The Kai Pass, Abequano or Northern region, oh baby.
I'll accept it. Of Pamono, because what can some man na ompe. Mami, ma Dr. Bawumia de yisa.
Bia, ono so different approach. On the obefra aka che o se krache. Unim se me Dr. Bawumia no me pasum due. Fi na ekro de okaka we enye yi. E de dipa na ye party ntin me mpamo but enko kasa bi.
Approach me ati no hefa.
Ye ntin ba bia mu.
Approach me ati ni.
But ye ntin ba bia.
Your kwan was there instant na fair. Dr. Bawumia. On na ko me mko ken o fi mboa.
Ane.
Makai adebu news nze ana ko me aka che o mo se e ka che o mo se at the right time no. O person take it time no or reflect on maybe o be join the campaign. Then complaints that can't be your mother, my family trouble.
I was on one. And one say, oh, the man by joining campaign back. Sabia, and you may be why a damn muscle.
A damn muscle, a damn muscle, the inquiry. The person who damn muscle.
Muscle say complain in the beer, you bear one. You call your papa no, I can't say near my way, in the course. Many any home.
Let's say, I mean, I know Dr. Kenedy, my one team, I can't say. Call Dr. Bawumia, only in common. No feature and no maybe your complaint, you be taking action on no day. Dr. Kenedy Mackay.
For the kind.
Family. Obia, you are all a friend, at the video monopoly. Obia, bet me, I can set it in summer. But if I come, was a not. Any opinion or see a fight, say no coy, more than in your problem. No one said, I small can anticipate because to be information be one unim. The same as also information you are not Muslim. Not all of a sudden, much in Quabu Bonting or Moon sorted. Now we both. Some cry now, we sort of can now, one more monopoly. I want to can I Japan. Why the Casa in any bar?
Nipa bo akwa me hye dem nim wo mu na nsan ya na esensu atreja yi a wo mu atiasi mu ai
na kwa me de wire radio jibache ye no tere kuma se ya che uni doni kuma se posu ba
ye de ka kire me na nti
obi asoro no pa first na ye se MPP na omudi gare extra se nti se bi mu kwa no
asasa
no pa oko na juma on pele ade so aro eku because that's why me no wa oto dade o ka say a dade ni MPP ni MDC unya ko ade aba be do ba be
sa wo mo de no wo mo ye kom ye din ahwe santini ho sama maye a wo no be ka
e ko tena ba bi afufu wa o pepa no ko no ko di fufu ro be tena so the bi se to aba and over say, you're not discussing. I dare come see you slope and they all this at 4 cacabat 1 years. Fact, number close shop, apart from a we are the room.
In the war, what in the home?
And that's at 3:30 a.m. Let me come back, we never had a ma or won't put you a cotton. Oh, no, FPP now, you see a declare Fluman. This is how, what is out? I mean, as a sound. Dia ko mo na ni wi ade esa no duwa na bu so de no oni wi flu na unim omo kuma se akwa no omo ye business man omo peke Japan
na de je so ka kire
pa mi yi o de abani buma na ombet
di pampana de za panama
na ombet respect bi ani ona omo see insult the order of the day no problem. No, he's not worried though. Okay, I'll be a bit breaking it out. Or yeah, he's out.
Now, when no, Yentimin come out from Vima.
I know how many becker.
Yeah, National Council, war, yeah, neck, war, of elders, war,
Kwame, neck in National Council, or more.
Yeah, the enemy, the Achamun.
Now, they're young Kazai. No, my cool. I don't know. For the first time, Ubibuayo. Me or you be a me penalty because we no personal relationship. but then some of the came no TikTok. I know. Hey, that wouldn't do bit of Japan about Dr. Bawumia said market Japan. And the video, yeah, a bit rich radio to cassette. A ball so not 2 room, so on for protect.
Hey,
wow.
What because
ah, now that you're born the kind. Na car now, somehow pick up on somehow out. The wood not tell me. Who didn't say the okay, who be a bit in car, but you have cash your moon. Pick up on our somehow out.
A bit arguments and so they say. Party away will be a hard now, what then a boy will be in him, the air will be in the sick car, will be the year, way. And a nipa, a war party in the moon. And now you come in our boom, FM, MPP ma. So we need pay free more. The MPP a wa e hu enti no se wo party mu so a na wate ase se won maboa sika fam maboa hoden fam de mom nyam nkoa me dia me ye ene ma ne ye sa eti bi no se oh ene nka ye wura kan minim se wate se nka beba sa akora se ene party no nya yi akono amfirim dansam keka no minim se wate sansem yi
ame mate na de onu film I mean o film a de na ono hello Pami
mi tie wo
ye wo enipa bi a omo ba MPP e benye skachen Japan
onipa bi a wa dey
omo ba MPP ma benye skachen Japan oh MPP
ya wo de ba no so bo se kwa wa ya contract ya wa gege ye efa energy efa wan Ghana gas wo de nyina ba be gua bonten a kire se wo di diesin wo bia minu so what is asem na
omo de ba bonten a fe omo famra bonten na enkofo omo nya MPP ni fa so ase ke Japan dodo say na de omo sika bo MPP
answer your point
dodo say na de omo sika bo MPP dodo say na da bi o ya na omo promo wa dodo say na de omo sika bo MPP Udi begwa bontia ade udi begwa bontia ke Japan na ada na akọbi yeso de bunu nyino se dey ya na obono dey a meaning
present and bunu hini asase ready
enye so gadwo che da ko FM gadwo na ko ke Japan ye tu ni free baby o ye juma ke Japan na man baby a no de no baby o sika ene o ya ke Japan na man gadwo che da ko baby a no de no baby o sika and no employ will be out to the chat.
Me ba jo me bo. Ye tu wan na o man baby o din nyem egu ye.
That you said that ku Japan man baby and Satan no ye need to pamper the new 6 months. Ni san.
E ho bra gabi ye ti bi tu no.
Me na me Saturday me say. Well, you all school. Ana
na sabre se na no abone bra no wo dan ana we no han.
The minimum dance. They say that kind of money free. We all lost school now. Students need this. Now don't you lawyer now. Young calling to woman in back for calling to England. Don't got in a company law lecture. Yeah. I say, so no nanado. And any people master. And I was practice on the chip on your lawyer there. And you don't call Trad and also your lawyer. And you
wow.
I know only the people master horse or say Juma. And another and a 2,000 man the bed your wife. It is a binum say.
Edu baby kwa wani ye wa chachushi katabo mu kodi asem.
Would they see na Joe catch students they say. The move say another your lawyer there, only Joe Gatti on your lawyer so by extension. I didn't know what say we need and your law, a Jibunya would be your lawyer. So my reference is that the wood to Bolohine, that will master almost Jumayan. Can the man be beating no more? Then you want to say, I think
it is up to that Breno. Okay, what ye me can ferry him. Sika, Bra Quadman and not adding Kaka or Bobuano.
Any form with you a million. The same, Maca, what your pa or Bombay. Bombay, Afro America, and you cry. God was said, I could say, and the money baby, I know the next who to me employ will be our dear friend upon him. Emma, Obeka, Radi Kwame. The two we are, one for full. Who can number me? One on one. No, we can't. Let's catch you. That's how the end. That's the end.
Baby.
Eddie. You have to heard in your baby. I'm coming here.
Bragwami, my men now was saying, and I'm saying, your parliament was a committee. Chama,
Chama.
Mate, remember Quasin and saying, I'm about Naja, my baby, me this near the parliament, come. But as a pa, lawyer Ralph for Japan, or yam renimuni, na or no so a year, Kenedy, I could prepare Japan, near Yenna didn't come okay 101.7 so in here. Now, young quiet him nothing. Young fan come out and shasway. Young fan come out and shasway.
Okay, FM. Okay. 101.7.
Abusia anti lawyer Ralph e Japan ena yakote linka abai na sene me dikan kan no ebra pani kwesi Prat ono nso e de nanu ato asem no bi ene awiai e wo eye Metro TV so yenko tie kwesi Prat nso na no munsem emra sisi yenko tie kwesi Prat den.
Hamza is of the opinion that he must come out and substantiate the claims that he's making. And perhaps the OSP must invite him to come and substantiate those claims, and that it borders on corruption. And so on. Obviously, what do you make of this?
I think that Hamza is on the right path. Okay. What Hamza is seeking to do is to establish the facts.
Right.
To find out whether indeed what he's saying is true or not.
Right. And
if it's established that what he's saying is true, there are different courses of action that ought to be taken.
Right.
So Hamza is not condemning Kenedy Japan as it were. He's saying that he's made allegations. These allegations ought to be investigated, and the truth of the allegations ought to be established. That's what he's saying.
Right.
And who can disagree with that? You know. As for those who are calling for his dismissal from the New Patriotic Party and so on, I think they must also answer the very crucial question of whether or not what he's saying is true. And if what he's saying is true, why then do you call for his dismissal? If he's saying something which is true, if he's offering genuine advice about how to revitalize the party, which is the duty of every party member. Of course, if what he's saying is not true and is calculated to smear, leaders of the party as well, that's another matter.
But the NPP has a position on this matter. Why did he go off that position?
But if that position is faulty, if that position is false, you understand? If indeed it is true that the Agenda 111 hospitals have not been completed because those who won the contract sold the contracts to people who cannot complete it and so on, why shouldn't he say it? Is he not a Ghanaian? Is he not entitled as a Ghanaian to protect the public purse? He is.
You're throwing your party's dirty linen in the public.
Oh,
that's anti-party behavior.
But Moro, what comes first?
Well, Ghana first, I agree.
I would think that all party members, including Collins, would place Ghana first. I'm sure that if we were to ask Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, that in the scheme of things, what does he place first? He will place Ghana first.
Well, that's true.
Understand? So if he's placing Ghana first, and it's what we expect everybody, every Ghanaian to do, what is wrong with that?
But the party was saying they're tired of him.
Unless what he's saying is not true. So the first thing to do is to establish whether or not what he's saying is true or not. That's the first thing. If it's not true, that's a different matter. If it is true, why dismiss him? When he's doing what the party itself promises to do when elected to power. NPP promises that when it is elected to power, to protect the public purse. It will make sure that contracts are awarded properly and that contracts are executed and so on. That's the promise the party is making. So if he's insisting on what the party itself promises to do, what is the problem? Unless, of course, that what he's saying is not true. Then the disciplinary question arises.
Collins, you have a better appreciation of your party's constitution. Would you say that Ken's attitude is anti-party behavior? Has it flouted any provisions of your constitution, for which reason you think that he should be sanctioned? Because we all know what your position on this Afariwa and see where hospitals matter is. You've said that, look, you shouldn't take the blame. That the NDC is now in power, they should fix it. But he now comes out and says that, no, you can't say that. You take the blame. You were in power for 8 years. And he goes beyond that. He makes certain comments as well. Now your party people are very, very unhappy. They said, look, we're tired of Kenedy. We has to be called to order.
You shouldn't speak the truth.
Well, if he's going to head the party, please keep quiet.
So first of all, the party has not said that Honorable Kenedy should not speak the truth.
Right.
So what did Mr. Japon say? He went to the hospital to do some donation on his birthday, which is quite normal of him, because I've seen quite a number of donations that he's made to various hospitals. And then he was interviewed at the ceremony. Then he said that the MPP should, as it were, just keep quiet, because we did nothing in our 8 years. And these are his words. We did nothing in the 8 years.
I mean, about those hospitals?
Yes. The question for me is it true that the MPP did nothing in the 8 years that were in power about those two hospitals? Because the records are clear that when the NDC was leaving power, those hospitals were at certain percentages of completion. And when MPP was leaving power, it had moved to a certain percentage. That alone should settle the matter, that it cannot be said that the MPP did nothing in the 8 years when we were in power about those two hospitals. I think that should settle that matter. Moro, I think it's my point. That should settle that matter.
Yeah.
So if the hospital was 30%, and when MPP took over, and when MPP was leaving, it's 90%, you can't say that the MPP did nothing in the 8 years that they were in power.
Right.
That statement cannot be factual. So the MPP is not saying Honorable Kenedy should not speak the truth. He has every right to speak the truth. But what he said and what the facts are, there is a huge variance. And I think that's the point that some members of the party are making. Especially when the morning before he had that encounter with the media, the health committee, the defense committee members and health committee members of parliament have held a press conference and put out the facts as we know it in the press. Yeah. Then in the afternoon, he says that virtually we should shut up, we couldn't complete it. Yes, we did not complete it. If we had completed it, I'm sure it would have been in operation. But it's not fair for you to say that we did nothing within 8 years when the facts do not support that. I think what got people even more worried was later on in the afternoon when he had an interview on his own radio station. And I think what got people very worried was when he said he was going to deal with the party, and that if anybody, as it were, is not friendly to him in terms of communication, he was going to, by 1st of July or next year.
Are you sure that is what he said?
No, he said that.
No. He has. If anybody is not friendly to him.
Oh, no. Well, he didn't add that.
I'm paraphrasing it.
He's adding his.
No, I'm paraphrasing it.
He's not quoting him.
Oh, I'm
if
not
he's going to quote
quoting
him, then
him.
you're right.
That's not what
No, that's not what he said.
That can be.
Yes, he said he's going to deal with the party. You are in a political party. We love him. He's one of our very, very revered and respected persons. You want to deal with the party that you belong to. Which way? How? You are a member of the Catholic Church. We have rules and regulations governing the Catholic Church. Few people within the Catholic Church make this very bad comment about you. You get angry. And then your response is that you are going to deal with the Catholic Church.
The NPP is not the Catholic Church anyway. So
No, I'm just giving an example. It's an example. And when I was listening to him, clearly he was angered. So I take it that those words, because I know Mr. Kenedy loves the NPP. I know he's a party person. So I'm not too sure he will want to destroy or kill the party. But sometimes, Anguisi, you manage the language even in the strongest of provocations. Otherwise, the collective interest of the party cannot, you get the point, cannot be destroyed by your anger. And I must also make this point very clear. Some members of our party, communicators, who insult him, I don't see the benefit that will bring to our party.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Those who use all kinds of language against him, saying all kinds of things, it doesn't solve any problem if you insult Kenedy Japon. And when they went for the primaries, I supported Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Today, if I see Honorable Kenedy Japon, I will not be afraid or shy to go to him. Because my campaign was civil. I spoke about my candidates. I did not insult him. I will be surprised if he's angry at me. He will be angry at me because maybe I didn't choose him to support him. But he will not be angry that I insulted him. Because I never did. And that is a caution to all of us as members of the party. Insulting each other does not solve any problem. If we disagree with Honorable Kenedy Japon, why are you insulting him? So, whilst we are pleading with him to be very cautious, when he has shown commitment after the election, he's visited all of them pledged their support to him. I read the write-up from Mr. Brian Champong, very beautiful write-up, calling on all to come together and rally behind the candidates. So please, let's be factual with our commentary. Ghana first, no doubt about it. But we belong to a particular group, a particular party, which has rules and regulations governing our activities. It is always better and wise to fight your internal battles internally than to bring it to the public domain. These are my few comments.
But Collins, has the NPP as a political tradition run out of ideas on how to manage Kenedy Japon? This is not the first time we're discussing Kenedy Japon and some tantrums that he's put out. I mean, it's come up several times that he's made certain comments that the party people are not happy about it, and nothing has happened, and it's repeated itself again. What really? Where do you think? Where lies
there's no problem.
The difficulty?
There's no difficulty.
Okay.
We have our own internal mechanisms in dealing with our internal problems. Okay. I will not come here and tell you.
But doesn't the fact that it keeps repeating itself means that there's a challenge?
I'm saying that we'll solve our internal problems internally.
That internal problem, that internal mechanism, and so on. It's not a secret, Collins. Why are you making it look like
but I'm saying that he wants me
to have a disciplinary process.
Yes, but he wants me to come and sit here and talk about why we've not been able to. If we've gone behind the scenes to have discussions behind the scenes, why do you want me to come and discuss it? I am saying that I'm cautioning everybody. Everybody should calm down. Honorable Ken is a member of the party. He's not left the party. Yes, if I listen to his audio, clearly there was some anger somewhere. I don't think Honorable Ken wants the party to collapse. Where will he be going to? NDC. He said, worst things about NDC. Will you go there too? No, he will not.
Form a new party.
Oh, one question. Well, he has the right to form a new party.
And there are more parties than NPP and NDC.
I'm saying he can form.
There's PNC.
We don't have a problem. But we all know PNC. PNC we know it's a political party. But we know the dominant ones. we know the dominant ones.
But who says we'll be dominant forever?
Oh, but for now, it will not change. It will not affect the next election anyway. It will not change. PNC will not win the 2028 election.
Well,
they will not. They will not. That's a fact. I'm going to say.
There are
Bernard Mona is listening to you.
Oh, he's my friend. He knows he's not going to win.
Yeah. There are some people who actually think. There are some of your colleagues who actually think that he can leave the party for all they care. It's not.
Well, that's not my attitude.
The NPP
politics is a numbers game. I will not advocate for anybody to leave the party. My caution is that let's rein everybody in. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia needs everybody to prosecute his campaign.
Right.
But of course, if you're a member of a group and consistently you decide to disregard the rules and regulations, it gets to a point everybody tries to say, then let's put him aside and move on.
As a Yabrel.
Yeah, let's move on. But I don't think Honorable Ken is
you don't think you're there yet?
He's an MPP man. He will stay. He will stay. We will solve our internal problems internally. And I'm telling you, we will come out very strong.
Because you know that politics is also, if you like to call it a game, it's also a game of principle.
Of course.
So it's not just numbers.
Of course. I believe that.
All right.
Abusia enti na de koso e wo good morning Ghana so ene anopan so e na yakotie ye no anfa na mede dwumadie no beba wie ye no de pese me kan say MPP fo bi no mo omodwen se bi mpreduasa omapam kwase ya no kenedy Japan fitire e na mo kwakochem. That is their mindset. Omunim say o ken de ye nim say odo party no kenedy Japan die MPP da makoma so kenedy Japan die kire se oni MPP na konakra 19 nsem hunu bia na modi a kire no mu wi a na mafa kire akopate no waje atum because odo party. But this time around sebiesi okwasia nitia na agoregu okwasia senenitia na agoregu empenis forces yedi yaw na yedi yaw na wanka ajesha yenya ofaye. Say adie what ye the same thing repeat against you, the same thing repeat against you. Now one ka ajesha ye nya ofaye. And this time around, Honorable Kenedy ohine Japan wa tu ne hufu. And mo MPP fo bi num na mo dwen say o, metimi akanye mo panyina afa ne ho. Metimi edilatem atenia mo powuase nyina metimi edelibi. Na abato okoduru so a, na mo afekira be pa na chew. Na ono nso say odo party nti na odi mo achi. This time around, see and country must say, or no, he's not ready to do that fanful work again. Kenedy ohine Japan is saying that he is not ready for that. And more MPP for Munya Krado. After 2027, June, July, showdown ebebaso. Whether you guys like it or not, June, July, showdown ebebaso. Na showdown on the enemy, showdown on echo. And MPP, don't you ever think, say, Amoka say Alan free muno vote say na onya na more refer to previous nkrofo breaking from big political parties a woman to me progress. You are likely Kenedy Japan to those people. Let me tell you, someone nimu amayen kam ka credit Alan Chamantin free MPP wono according to Mwankasa research amoya chairman sabonso na odi animu research amoye ye no chairman sabe ka kire yen say ye bisa santifo bi mu asema mu kan ye ne say wona nkoto abama MPP because they were supporting Alan Chamantin, but omonim so nkoto nsuma Alan na nya de obewini nti omu nkoto kra ombeti na fie. That is why you people lost the 2020 and no come na mu di nkugo e wo 2024 general election ni mu over 2 million people ankoto aba. And those over 2 million people now mubufu ya omankoto no, you get to know say we are Alan supporters. Alan, so when you now cry Alan supporters, Alan supporters bear 40% and 30% bewu. And to one kasa moon working. And you guys should not sit there and be fanfooling yourself. Say Kenedy Japan ye pamunu free party no mukra. Onon kwa to mingu party no. Ena ye we free mun na kosi sen. We free mun na kosi sen. Ena Konedu Edman Rollins free NDC mun na kosi sen. Look, those people are not Kenedy Japan. Opa tisi krom kokrom koketi akwedum tisi nkran abonten so ko all the 16 regions in this country namum bisa nkrofo se Kenedy ohine Japan se ye o twene hu free MPP party no ho a ensusanso be na benya free party no so ansamo babonti abeki kasansa mu no enti se ka na haye moti wona mu no mu na mu sere na mo asoma nkora nkete akọ radio ni TV so na wo mu di papaya tem abronye ti ho abronye there is no single the abronye ebe so life awon omo Kenedy Japan ni na tem. There is no single the abronye ebe kwa kotina ohia TV so e wo YouTube na wo mo Kenedy Japan di eni na tem. There is no single day. And so MPP penny 40 what they nobody uttered a word. Obia mo wa ankasa Abronya de oye ni nyenti chai. Bawumia ti ho na ne agina wa ho because Abronya is talking for him. Abronya kasama Bawumia ntinu opa only can attempt onye ni say opa bia so long as kasama Bawumia de on kasa. Afi election akwawie na se papa ni so on meye campaign mamo anaso muamua. Mu problem ni say Kenedy Japan ononso the way mo ye mo de ehim that the same way na mo ye na de ononso ehim the way mo supporters mo chitafo a mo pem asem the same way Kenedy Japan also have people who love him and ye don't know ye pen asem a ye di na chi ononti Kenedy Japan titirunti na ye mu bie na so wa pipi mu a mo de we ye no we are telling you people say Kenedy Japan has come out to say June, July 2027. Obeba mu showdown. So na free mu say Kimbe building and betray bia nyina ye de etiri. Na the base one de enim so obeba ho. Enti ya boye hu na yeti wo dada. Onya betu na num to say Kim ye di nachi. And you people should forget 2028. NPP for you get to know say there is no way NPP can win power in 2028 without Honorable Kenedy Japan. Obi betina wa ka say e kem wo ye hwan. Ebru ha na mbo so ye hwan ana so nya hwan. If that time comes, and number who say Kenedy Japan or you be ana so onyo bi. Mudi papaya tem e kanye mu panyi na wi a na mo babonti e be play victim. Na mo momo e mu senya ken mum na obra mu na nkrofo bisa han Kenedy Japan na mo onam ho ma na ni metre so no enye party no na aboa na contractor hodo awanya se Kenedy Japan ya mudi papers and say mudi documents be babonti e kire se wanya contractor chi obia wo party no the same way na mo ma the contract wo party no the same way na ono so abo party na chi obia contractor mo ma no emfaso onya wo so no the same faso no odibua party no. The other people say Samira Bawumia yere contract hold am man no emua ben e na odibu apart no emponi kunu campaign 2024 the success can do say e na Samira Bawumia e di shame mo munam hona mo ka say an Kenedy Japan oji MPP na ma Kenedy Japan ye Kenedy Japan MPP na abo na ma na nya ska no MPP bo na ma nya ska no di the same ska invest wo MPP mu now omo ma kana MPP bo omo nya ska no. My question is, what did they do for the party? I nenti. Why papa enti say na mudi munsechi eda na say mu wi amasa be ka kire say o mani mwachi enye campaign. E na o ka kire mu say wono Kenedy Japan say ono oni Abronya nkodina platform so say okoye campaign. Oni chairman sabonso enkodina platform so say okoye campaign. Oni koka enkodina platform so say omo koye campaign. There's no way it's going to happen. And see that we will not allow him. And the MPP dear, you guys should forget about 2028. I know dear, you guys should forget. You guys should forget because baby amudi economy no echo do ya NDC for buy ya kakran nyame adom omusu kakran omusu ye no ma dia enya enko ye de back na ye che mu dear. Let's call as moment first spade a spade. Now you say a first spade say a shovel. Look, no crap na kwa yensi ni pay. NDC amemo na omubu ni pray aminu kasa omubu ni sisielo. It's far better than Bawumia Nana Akufo-Addo governance 2020 to 2024. Far better. 15 months near NDC for Bemu and no more year economy no baby the economy na be true no far better than 8 years now and the MPP for better na ben na kese no so for the nuclear ohana aka for the first 4 years ni dey Akufo-Addo boni hu mode oyebi but 2020 to 2024 there MPP Akufo-Addo led Npp and Bawumia they omudi Ghana efa helm omudi ye fa bonsam demu ankasankaza ala nyame adom Ghana for say ya bre and I choose something ko to abatia yen and then opposition and MPP opposition so sabi yensu anyansa bia Your refi said, without unity, the party can never win power. Without unity, and come on, there is no way a political party can come to power. The same thing the two NDC for 2016, 2012, 2016. The same thing the two one. Omuda opposition 8 years. Look at the magic they did. Ghana were fed up of MPP because of Amembo Boni, but and Kabom so come when this moon and power and Kabom unity a come and the primaries bakwai koye nipa bako mudina tem boni dia hodoma abronya na kene Japan buano e saw himself from Brown Hafo region and then the back kumasi asfm oye ni ye de ne ko Oman FM ene na 2 TV won kran eye ni ye ma abronye ebe ya abronye no ene abronye ti ho e ka kire Ghana fo ene MPP fo ni Ghana fo na se osuma wo nwura mu a oya aboa no o nyansa check ne Japan wa so ne nsa yi na fra techem na me nam ne su yi ne fra techem ene abronye tumi kasa ma Ghana fo tie bi no abronye se osuma wo nwura mu e wo nyansa check ne Japan ti mo wi a na ma be ka kire ni se kai ni efa oji ne be di echi chobo ye kire se kire Japan na ono de mo pamo kwasia no ni mfitire na mpese mu chi no Mupamo kwasia no kene Japan fitire ana mpese muchi kwasia no na so okokan ya mo se muntia say you guys don't understand say kene Japan okokan say massa look MPP4 mu na mo sere say mo de mo ye mu fit I don't know say MPP4 say omo ni social media so say omo TV say omo tie mprofo commento NPP ni ye video the two social media say TikTok, YouTube and say any social media platform to project MPP ko comment section say na ko tie and say na ko kan nsem ofofo kafa mu party ni nya ko no biem party no enya ko no bia ni MPP hu biem because more sideline with one person Bawumia na ono Tama mbenifo ebre wo party mpola fokomom chese kenjapon mu bre party na Bawumia enjoy e Bank of Ghana ena Akufo-Addo kroya Akufo-Addo therefore ya ogu party we gu MPP na Akufo-Addo therefore ya ebe ka kire say the whole Ghana ochi Ghana all the 16 regions were Ghana had when nyansani bia e wo Ghana ha betimi aboa no aba na tiridom e wa MPP mu we nyanyanse ni bia betimi aba na tiridom a obekura economy no ba economy na gina na Ghana sika se ma gina Bawumia nko na nim nyansa wo the whole Ghana MPP unyi Ghana nyina Bawumia na nim nyansa e no kofa ne baaye e na muko ye party card e ma Bawumia by force because constitution ni kire say so onye card bearing member onye obi a onye card bearing member utua odusa the baby son, there's no way you can get it. And in Temora, Akufo-Addo didn't buy it. Now party penny for some penny. But Akufo-Addo there one na muji two. And I'm here Bawumia come presenting the come big drag and room where the fundamentals are weak. The exchange rate will expose you. And say bro fuck I see lectures I can see Bawumia now I throw question made or now a tuama. Papa say Misata and Misata to me me na yeti ho na e boy and say wow what economies akwea ben and your body Ghana ye how to etwa and anyame ya adom 2016 Ghana for tuma ye boom and e ba ban ye the dollar free 4 cedi o say 3 cedi 50% asa grow Bawumia jai osimi nya Bawumia jasimi nya gidi Bawumia kukuru dollar ya na ko wie 17 cedi say sometime Bawumia ko ja dollar o 17 cedi ena Ghana phone ko to stretch pa ya na kranka dollar ebe do 15 cedis ena ye di free aban NDC fo na yesi omunya no NDC fo na yesi omudi ebe na memu o mabon NDC fo na kane no na yesi intellectual say nim e ya bon for party wona woni mu nyansa e party no ene san profo no ena so economy ni mu from the exchange rate ene da form boko a dollar no tisu of former cedi no aguatina ne so a dollar enhu be bia onhu be bia on fanfa ene Inflation that forms a boko. Yeah, but MPP be from na inflation nam 30-something%, and the inflation was single digit. And the inflation was single digit. Nani power na chinchina MPP force on one na musa de beba. So-called economists now, the economy no ekosham na donko munu. I ne chiriba a 240, ne chiriba a 240. And I want $40 na every amnanim. A city need dollar na every amnanim and na city nya na yegina so economy no. Ekon akra ye nyina ye didi hu kakra no. Onwa na chinchina moya se mudin be se Ghana for komo. But we are telling you guys say without Kenedy in Japan, NPP should forget 2028 general election, and there is no way you are going to win. Or here, 38.1 I'm telling you, Mopa try. You guys should dare this man. Dare Kenedy Japan. Some of you are free party. You guys should dare. Because you are a bear man. One try letter. No fun is and chassis. No fun come back at Japan. The kenedy. A free neko MPP ni utungwanta ya pai tintonta ya pamwe free party because usubani uni yeno any party ni nse because MPP before imagine say no credit there omumfanye duma okrom hada MPP before oma imagine say ye can no credit for mo omumfa enti wo a wuti party mu na wo can no credit Ghana edadwene Ghana hu do ese utiri mu a wodi ti wo a wodi ti party ni mu no so ye pe na sideline you. Sana mudi opo mine e was Shanti region ha because opo mine obia the style of politics no any who said social politician says oh no the real assembly no sana obe come because opo mine who said Kenedy Japan so etisa na odi no ko bata Kenedy Japan because of say opo mine why campaign ma Kenedy Japan na wakodi Kenedy ntine hweduma mudi no Ashanti region. Shed dear Moody Yeno, I was sent to you because MPP before imagine said, no credit, dear. No credit, dear. Or Monday, no credit, says, minim, or Monday, no cry, yaka. MPP before no credit, ayaka. And take a jabo or can cry, Musi or the behavior, anti-party behavior. Musi in the subani in the anti-party behavior. Yate. Mwaka yate. Now me say, you're so a bearman. One try letter now for the inside chat here. Now for come Kenedy Japan say wa permanent free party ni. Na ehwe de ebesi okroma. Ebusia ha Kenba TV. Ye no matena be almost don hwere ba ko anie. Mra so a say sorry every juma die no so. Ai anti misre se na ne dadi kan wa ba channel so na wa subscribe na wa share na wa like video ni. Na me akoma echi na so ye be share na de be kosu ana de kosu wa Ghana manyo semu Ghana ho donti na ya ye ba ha ye be bebe sa na nya bebe enti se Ghana be fa ne tuma pefra and the youth bebere ekufia omo abonti se adwuma ni ho omani mo ye di omo se MDC for your mafamu de but it's not to the expectation na Ghana for epen. They are not meeting the expectation of Ghanaians. And the ebe kosu amanyo semu bia no will come and sit here and say it. We'll say it as it is. Ye can kureno. Ye can the bitter truth natural. Facts over emotions. Ye be can kureno natural. And the before, sa mu petition na ebe no mu chere. And now we chere yes mu be pam Kenedy Japan free party ne mu no. Mu nsembre bi mu ai. Mu nsembre bi. Ye tie raf Japan Kenedy Japan. Ye gura akomprekun Ninu Bema, lawyer Raf Japan of Fire, and I feel Uncle Kwesi Prat or no so FIRB. Na and I'm just meeting the Asoswa, Eja, Ebi to Mediano, Eba Bessia. I can't but if you subscribe to the video, no like it now, comment so. There are two comment sections. I see a better question, and I don't make China. Bayam Numudi na to Mediana Shasi and Afe, a Kejagum. But as a passer, what you was a data bundle now they are here, and coupon and show and nemo baby biara, Unyas Cafe, little data piano, a Radianca San Sewa Nemo. I can't but TV. Maybe Eddie Kenba, Macrow. I macrow. Aha, and I listen. Aha, and I listen. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for watching. I'm in share. Okay, thank you for watching. All right, you see her. And the Abusia, Yami Adoma, Echina, Ebesansu, Esia, Macram. Bye bye.